So you probably guessed it. April Fools! Sort of. I'm not lying when I said that I was going to do a villain song month. What I'm actually doing is villain songs you don't typically think of as villain songs. I looked up the TV tropes definition of villain songs, or was it Wiki? One of the two. And it pretty much said anything that was sung by or about the villain is considered a villain song, which I think is more than a little too broad. Take, for example, the movie. I put forward that I'm the Friend You Need is the true villain song, because it is Capper trying to manipulate the ponies into following him so he can sell them into slavery. If that's not villainous, I don't know what is. Open Up Your Eyes is Tempest's backstory, and that's it. I mean, she's trying to convince Twilight that the world isn't all sunshine and sparkles, but you can do that in just about any kind of song. So when I was thinking about this, I decided to put together criteria for a villain song. And looking at a lot of the songs in the My Little Pony canon, there are actually quite a few that would qualify as villain songs under these criteria. So they are: number 1, the song must fall into one of two categories. Category A, the villain is singing about their plan to their minion or themselves. Say, Be Prepared. Scar is singing about his evil plan to the hyenas. He's laying out his dastardly plan and how he plans to take over the Pride Lands. Villain song. Category B, the villain is trying to manipulate the protagonist into doing something that will further their plans. For example, Poor Unfortunate Souls. That is just pure manipulation. Ursula is trying to manipulate Ariel into signing her contract so that she can take her powers and ultimately take King Triton's throne. So, pretty devious. The reason why I feel this is the two criteria is because when you have characters singing about themselves instead of their plan, that's a backstory. Or, for example, one of the examples the page I saw had for a villain song was the song about Professor Ratigan in The Great Mouse Detective. That wasn't sung by the villain. It was sung about the villain. And it wasn't about his plan. It was just about him. So that brings me to the second criteria for a villain song. The song must be sung by the villain. If it's someone else singing about the villain, it is an introductory or backstory song. Now, this does have a subcategory, 2A. Others can join in, but the villain must have a significant role in the song. Now, there are quite a few songs out there that, still qualify as being villain songs under these criteria, so it doesn't really change all that much, but it does pull in songs that don't usually fall under that category. For example, some of the songs that I have coming up are sung by characters you wouldn't usually think of as a villain, but they are the villain / antagonist for that episode, and they are singing about their dastardly plans or how they plan to crush the protagonist, which is villainous. So, this went on a lot longer than I thought. This is what happens when I do things unscripted. I hope you enjoy the rest of the month.